Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Sports Talk with Broads. And what we have on the table today is Elton Brand. He spoke to the media. Not just Elton Brand. I'm just excited. I'm excited as hell for tonight for the first game with the new squad. But Elton Brand, he spoke to the media after the trade deadline moves, and he came out with the quote saying that he will be devastated if the Sixers do not make the NBA Finals. He built this team to be ready to go now. It's a win now mentality, and that's where he sees this team. He said he understands that other teams in the East got a little bit better as well, but he will be devastated if the Philadelphia Sixers do not make the NBA Finals. And I mean, I like that. I like that that is his mentality going into this thing. It's kind of clear that it was his mentality based off the type of trades that he pulled off, but you know, to hear him say, listen, it's time to rock and roll. It's time to get to the finals. I love to hear that, and it's no doubt in my mind that Elton Brand has done such a phenomenal job in the short term that he has had so far as the general manager. I remember dating back to when he got signed, a lot of people were unhappy, and a lot of people kind of gave him the chance, and I sat there and said, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait and see. When I first saw the news of Elton Brand, I was stunned, like, okay, this is the guy we're going with, but my senses came to me and said, let's see what this guy does first. Because he's experienced this. He's been in the league. He's been on a roster. He knows. He's been in the locker room. He knows what it takes culture-wise and player-wise to make a run. And he's done an A-plus job so far. So, the quote of the day for me out of Elton Brand is he will be devastated. He will be crushed if we don't make it to the NBA Finals. And that's the type of mindset that this entire franchise and organization has at this point. Now, in regards to Markelle Fultz, he was talking about it. He didn't want to sit around, wait a couple weeks, wait a month, wait till next year until Markelle Fultz is ready. It's time to go now. He needed that spot. He needed that bench spot. We needed bodies. We needed a bench. It was time to move on. And if you remember, when everything went down, where his agent came out and said he's not going to be with the team, he's going to LA for rehab, and he's not going to be practicing or doing anything with the Sixers, Elton Brand was confused. He stated to the press, when they're ready, they'll tell us. There was an attitude about it because both parties were just not on the same page. And Elton said, enough with it. Enough with it. It's time to move on. And I respect that. I respect it. How I feel, though, I haven't seen the team play yet. I was breaking down the roster in my head, thinking about Ben Simmons, J.J. Redick, Jimmy Butler, Wilson Chandler, Embiid. And then you have Mike Muscala, Landry Shamet, Furkan Korkmaz, T.J. McConnell as your bench, to where it is now. And it is just on a completely different level of a basketball team. Not only talent-wise, not only depth-wise, but just new players in general that it's going to take some time to mesh. We're not going to watch them play the Nuggets tonight and it just be absolutely smooth. Everyone knows all the sets. Everyone knows the offensive plays. It's going to be ran just 100% clean. Watch, that's going to happen tonight, but no. It's not going to happen because it takes time. It takes time to adjust. Brett Brown has to do a lot to make it all happen, to make this offense go smoothly. On paper, it looks great. I need to see it happen for the backstretch of this season, and it's going to take a while for them to click on the championship level type that we need them to. But I sit here right now today, and this is before I've seen them play a game of basketball, and that's the new roster: Tobias, Boban, Mike Scott, some of the guys, Ennis, that we picked up, Jonathan Simmons. I haven't seen them play yet. But I sit here today, and I still have some questions just because we're good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we're a good basketball team now. We put together a legit package that has the potential to make some noise. But so do other teams. So do other teams. And I've seen good teams on paper not play as great as one, we all thought they would, or two, other teams play. Sometimes just team chemistry goes so far and it's not all about talent, like the Bucks. And I'm not trying to sit here and say the Sixers have no chance and I'm not happy with everything. One, I'm stoked about it all. And two, we do have a chance. We absolutely do have a chance. And this is before I've seen them play. We do have a chance to make noise and make it to the finals. But so do other teams. The top four in the East are dogs. And it's going to be a complete battle. So I know that there are some fans out there that automatically say, oh, come on now, look at this starting five. We're going to the finals. It's going to be Sixers Warriors, no doubt. And I'm addressing this as, yeah, it's possible. Absolutely it's possible. But it's possible for the for the Raptors to do that. It's possible for the Bucks to do that. It's possible for the Celtics to do that. And we're the team that has the most new pieces. And do we have the most pressure? Now that all the national media headlines is, wow, look at that starting five, Sixers, Warriors. Seems like everyone on the national media just, whoa, look at that. Sixers, 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 that starting five. Do we have the most pressure now based off of the starting five? I want to touch on Brett Brown. Because I know that this is going to be a moment in time for Brett where he will be insanely criticized on what happens moving forward. Because now he has the team. Elton Brand put him in a position to have the type of roster that he wants. And that's absolutely true. But it's not going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. I almost started singing their win song. And I know you guys probably want me to dance right now, but I'm not. If it takes a little bit to get going, that's okay. That's what's going to happen. That's reality. Now, when it comes to the playoffs and Brett Brown in the future, I've been asked this and I've been on the record saying it depends on the situation with Brett Brown for me. Moving forward, if we make it to the third round of playoffs, and it's a dogfight. We lose in 6. Each game's a 2-point game. It's a grind. It's a great series. It's hardworking. I can't sit there and crush the guy. If something happens like last year again, yeah, okay, I understand the situation. I can't address that yet. But it is a hot topic. I can't address that yet. It depends on how it plays out. Because there are way too many scenarios that factor in on Brett Brown's future here. But he has the best roster that he ever had, and a really great one at that. I'm super pumped for where this is going, obviously. But when Elton Brand took a step to the media today and said it's essentially finals or we're devastated here. And that's the right mentality to come out with, because that shows the fan base, listen, we've been through this. We've been through the process. Think about those process days, those rosters, those days where the Wells Fargo Center was 2 pennies to go watch a basketball game. And here's our starting five: Ben, JJ, Jimmy, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, but the organization has the right mindset right now. As a fan base, everyone wants to jump in there. It's right now. It's going to happen. And my theory on it is, yeah, it's absolutely possible. We put ourselves in a great position. But there are other teams in a great position. It's not going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be a dogfight. We have some adjusting to do. But it's not impossible. I'm just trying to assess this as real as I can. If you say, Broads, Sixers, Miami, 7 games, who wins? Easy answer. Everyone knows Sixers have a 99% chance of doing that. Broads, Sixers, Raptors, 7 games. Home court advantage is the Raptors. Is it 99%? Or is it closer to 50-50 at that point? And that's the point I'm trying to make. I love the Sixers. I want them to win. I love the mentality that Elton Brand has. We have a chance. But it's going to be hard as hell. And that's what the playoffs are. That's why it's not easy to win in the NBA. It's not easy to win the finals. It's a hard task to do, especially with the juggernaut on the other side. But that's beside the point. This is just getting to the finals. Let me know what you think down below on Elton Brand and what he stated today on the Sixers moving forward. Before we've seen any games, of course, obviously, because they played tonight their first game on Brett Brown. Thank you so much for watching. Go Sixers. I'm so pumped, boys. So pumped.